Welcome back to A Disney Life for Me. My name is Daniela and I'm so excited to share with you guys my analysis on the Myers Briggs system on Tigger from a Winnie the Pooh series. So stay tuned to the end to hear what this Myers Briggs indicator type might look like when taking risky behaviors. Alright, so for those who are not familiar with Myers Briggs system, please refer to my Eeyore Myers Briggs video where I break down a little bit more in depth what each letter means as I go through my analysis of what Eeyore is. For today, I won't be giving you an in-depth explanation of each letter, but simply my analysis of what I believe Tigger is. So the first two type indicators up are extrovert versus introvert. Now, Tigger, from my analysis, seems to be someone that loves to be around people. Now, just because you love to be around people doesn't mean that they necessarily energize you, but I think that in Tigger's case, it certainly means that he loves to be energized by people, and that's where he gains all his energy. In fact, when he's alone, he's actually more in a sad state than when he's with people and surrounded by those he loves. So my prediction for Tigger is definitely an extrovert. So the next two type indicators is intuitive versus sensors. Now, if y'all remember in the Eeyore video, we talked about the difference between intuitive and sensors using a stick as a demonstration. If you missed that analogy, please go back to that video and watch it so that you can understand what the difference is between sensors and intuitives. Now, for Tigger, I do believe that he gains a lot of data, and the way that he interacts with the world is through his five senses. He may be off in a dream world a lot of times, but when it comes to observing, I believe that he's often found looking for clues or looking for ways to solve the problems using his sight and smell and hearing and trying to find things in the details of what he sees. So I do believe in this case that Tigger is indeed a sensor. The next two type indicators are thinkers versus feelers. I believe that a very huge common misconception between these two types is that thinkers are more intellectual and feelers are more sensitive and emotional. I don't think that's necessarily true. I do believe that thinkers can come to the wrong logical conclusions. I think the way Tigger makes his decisions is based on his impulsive intake of data information, and then he does what he thinks is best for the moment without necessarily considering how it'll affect others. So I do believe that this way of being and the way that he comes to his decisions is often seen more as a thinker. All right, and the last two type indicators are the J's versus the P's, the judgers versus the perceivers. I think that it is really easy to see how Tigger is a very go with the flow type. He's a very flexible, adaptive, open-minded type of approach to life. He's not high strung. He doesn't love routines. He loves to be surprised and to surprise others. He loves to bounce everywhere. You see him just having a more go with the flow type of mentality when it comes to the way that he approaches life. So I think there's no way to argue that this is definitely a P for Tigger. All right, so here we are at the finale. What I believe that Tigger is an ESTP. I will say there is one letter that I'm a little iffy on, and I would say it's the T. I'm not sure if he's more of a T or more of an F, so he could be either ESTP or ESFP. Kind of hard to decide for me, but I think I'm going to go with ESTP. Now, let me go ahead and share with you an excerpt of an article that talks about the different Myers-Briggs and the type of risky behaviors that they take, and you can decide which one sounds more like Tigger. This excerpt is from the article called How Each Personality Types Thinks About Risk. Here is what it says about ESTPs. ESTPs often enjoy risk-taking behavior. Since they truly hate staying stagnant for too long, ESTPs have very adventurous personalities and want to experience new things in life. They are willing to jump into something new as long as it keeps them intrigued. ESTPs sometimes take risks that can get them into a bit of trouble, but they often find a way out of whatever mess they find themselves in. Their charm helps the ESTP out of many bad situations, which is beneficial since they definitely are risk takers. Now compare that to the ESFP. The ESFP are adventurous people who enjoy taking risks if it feels right to them in the moment. They believe in following their heart, no matter where that leads them. ESFPs aren't afraid of risks and would rather take chances than remain stuck in the same place. They are motivated by their emotions and live very much in the present moment. ESFPs definitely don't mind taking risks, but sometimes it can get them into a little bit of trouble. All right, you guys, that's my assessment. Let me know down in the comments. Do you believe that he is an ESTP, or are you more convinced that he might be an ESFP? Or am I completely off, and do you think he might be some other combo of letters? Would love to discuss it with you down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys being here. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to press that like button, subscribe to our channel, and click on that notification bell to get notified every time we post a new video. Thank you guys so much for being here, and once again, remember, life is a prize, live every minute. Coming up next, we will explore which Enneagram number type Tigger is. Put your predictions down below as well.